Hi everyone, welcome back to If My Heart Had Wings, Flight Diary, Akari's Route, Episode 4. So right now, I'm always testing the newly modified glider, the one with green stripes, a V-tail, and swept forward wings. And he's taking other people up for a ride. So right now, it's Akari's turn, and while she's enjoying the view from above, she wonders why the Soaring Club is willing to take big risks to make this happen. So, if they want to go to the Morning Glory, there are better alternatives. And if Amane graduated and went to college, she would have had some time to design something better that's safer and has a better chance of success. But obviously, this glider has special feelings, and going up to the Morning Glory with the glider does carry some sentimental value. So anyways, Akari's remembering the time when she almost closed the Soaring Club because of its problems, so not enough members and no purpose. So Kotori came in at the last minute with something inspirational and powerful. So let's go back to that time. Okay, so Kotori's like,
返すものがあって。
okay,
私にかい？なんだい？これが完成すれば雲の上に行けるの？え？ここに行けるの？これは。
so that photo is where it all began. So is this ringing any bells? Akari has seen it too, and I'm sure of it.
あの写真がどうかしたの？
So what about it? Her voice cracks slightly. I don't think she's expecting me to bring this up. Okay, so close your eyes for a minute.
目を？
Confused, she did as I asked her, all the same. Now, try to remember the scene from that photo, but imagine you are right in the middle of it.
あの光景が今ここに。
And imagine you're flying it right here, right now, in this glider. A serene sky bathed in the rosy glow of dawn. And in the middle of these vibrant shades of orange and dark blue, one long, thin cloud stretching out as far as the eye could see. The Morning Glory. And to be in a glider in a sky like this. To ride the thermals on and on, following the endless stream of cloud wherever it led, and that be the life. So can you imagine it? So Akari? She opens her eyes as if waking from a dream, and gazing at some distant point outside the canopy, the aura of sorrow I've seen before descended on her again.
少しだけ見えた気がする。だけど、そんなことが本当にできるの？
Hold on, so I went too fast. Let's see what Akari had to say earlier.
少しだけ 見えた気がする。あなたたちが目指している場所が。
Okay. Well, maybe it's hard to believe a little glider like this could get the job done.
それに
And she hesitates for a moment.
あの雲はいつ現れるかわからない。発生するかどうかもわからない自然現象なんでしょ。
So it's also rare, and who knows when it'll come.
そんなの努力したってどうなるものでもないじゃない。
So the things that you only have a few years at Carefree Academy, and there's a good chance that you'll all have graduated before the morning glory comes, or the next one. You're right, but we'll never know if we don't try. I made my peace with that truth. And if we can't, it just means that it wasn't meant to be. So it wasn't meant that we would see the morning glory so soon.
ことですねって、そんな何の確証もないことのためにあなたたちは。
So if it won't happen, then why go for it?
わからないわ。どうしてそうまでして続けられるのか。
She had a point, so I know that all too well. And if it was my own, I'd probably have given up by now. And I'm not normally the type to go against authority, not to mention all the other challenges involved. But lucky for me, I found some friends willing to share the dream. The main wings are more or less Agika's work, and even if I figured out how to finish them myself, getting everyone ready for a test flight this soon would be impossible. So thanks to everyone's efforts, we were able to get this glider finished and modified very quickly, or sooner than expected. And Amane may have left me her plans, but it took someone more talented than me to make full use of them. And then Asa joined us this year too. So we may have lost the garage, but that forced us to look for somewhere new, and that led us to this space. And plus, when you see how pure and simple Asa's love for the sky is, it really motivates you to give you your all. And Yoru may not be an official member, but she gives us advice now and then, and secretly helps out in ways Asa doesn't notice. And a hint of laughter spills into my voice. I could imagine the look on Yoru's face if her sister even found out what she's been doing. And of course, there's Kotori. If I had to attribute all of her determination to anyone, it would be her.
Habane-san?
Wait, so Habane-san? She may be a coward and indecisive at times, and her bluntness gets her in trouble more than often. Then it helps. But she's got her sights set on a much lighter sky, also a much higher sky than the rest of us. And no matter how much the odds seem stacked against her, she refuses to give up. And whatever setbacks she experiences, Kotori will continue to look upward and onward to better days. And that outlook is like a compass, keeping the rest of us on track. So the fact that the compass always points north, so Kotori's always steering the Soaring Club to the ultimate goal. So no matter what happens, we gotta make the main goal happen. So there may be conflicts, distractions, other things that will bother us, but don't forget the main objective. And without her, we have lost hope long before now. I realize I've been talking about Kotori like a little kid showing off her biggest treasure or greatest treasure. And talk about embarrassing, I hope Akari will not tell the others I said all this. So to be honest, I wonder, or I wouldn't care what we are doing as long as we all did it together. I pressed forward before Akari could ask her question. So what I'm trying to say is that I'm sure anything would be fun with those people. So Kotori, Ageha, the twins, and Amane. But then again, so with great friends like them, why not go ahead and work towards something really special? So something special, what would that be? And my mind goes back to that miraculous word depicted in the photo. I couldn't think of a more spectacular goal for us to get behind. Well, I don't know if we will ever make it. In fact, our chances are pretty low, but that doesn't matter so much. I just want to fly in this glider that Amane designed and the rest of us built, and I want this to be how we chase the morning glory. I had the sense Akari had caught her breath suddenly. And I wonder what kind of expression she had on her face right now. She's probably bored out of her mind. I shouldn't have rambled on and on like this. I made things even more awkward between her and me. I found myself blushing now too. So anyways, that's why it has to be here. The skies above Kazugura are special to all of us. I tried to get the conversation back on track, and Akari didn't reply though. So, you okay back there, Akari? Well, it is nice to have a dream. And she didn't say another word for the rest of the flight. So we got closer to the ground and I brought the glider into land. Okay, so now they land. So assisted by Ageha, Akari climbs out of the cockpit and stands up a little unsteadily. So how was it? Kotori comes forward to interrogate Akari. Let's see, alight with enthusiasm. Kotori is clearly expecting a reply along the lines of, "So it was the greatest. And thank you so much for allowing me to experience this." I'm sure that's way too embellished. And Akari looks away, unable to bear the intensity of the other girl's gaze. So it's more like Kotori's being too optimistic. It's like, well, everything will come out the way it is. But
楽しかったわ。
and it feels like Akari's forced to say good things about the flight.
それだけ？
So that's it. And Kotori's now looking down.
少し疲れたから、あっちで休ませてもらうわね。
Well, anyways, I want to take a break, so it made me tired. She retreats to a bench a short distance from the runway, still stumbling now and then as she got used to being on solid ground again.
どうしたんでしょう。なんだか様子が変でしたけど、何かショックなことでもあったみたいな顔だったわね。きっと怖かったんだろう。高いからな。
So maybe she too felt the same fears that I would have felt, says Amane. Amane comes up with an explanation that satisfied her completely. I think that only applies to you. And for Kotori, on the other hand, didn't look so sore or sure.
ねえ、葵、何かあったの？
Well, not really. So, not that I can think of. And I was a little disappointed. And deep down, some part of me had been hoping that taking Akari up to the glider would get her more interested in our activities. Well, I had no right to laugh at Kotori's expectations. Okay, so let's give her some space now. I wipe off my head with a towel, grabbed a drink, and wander off. Keep my distance from Akari. So Aoi mentioned good reasons about why he wants to go to the morning glory in the glider when it comes. So the fact that, one, it's small, and it does get you closer to the sky compared to being inside a powered jet or plane. So the windows are small, and you don't even feel much that you are with the morning glory. And also, the glider is much quieter because it has no engine to disrupt that serenity. Well, anyways, inspired by the success of the initial test flight, we got to work making adjustments to the glider and preparing for future flights. And all that maintenance really ate up our time. We had to go over the glider thoroughly, checking for any potential issues or damage to the parts. And it is not a complete overhaul of the design, but it's still enough to keep us busy. And then one day we had an unexplained visitor. So who came in?
Yeah.
Oh, so Masatsugu.
あら、麻婆じゃん。珍しいね、あんたが来るなんて。
So why do you want to come here, Mabo?
葵いるか？
It's for Aoi. Even Ageha recognizes right away that Masatsugu is in no good mood to kid around. So he seems unusually downhearted.
葵、麻婆来てるよ。
So Aoi, Mabo wants to see you. Oh, hello Mabo, so what's up? Masatsugu's eyes flick towards the rear door. So basically, let's have this conversation in private. So, is something wrong? We stepped out into the back room so we could discuss whether or whatever was on his mind in private. And I'm so unused to seeing him like this. It's rare enough for him to come and talk to me instead of going through Ageha. And Masatsugu slumps down on a chair in a daze, looking just like a boxer who's about to be KO'd.
あかりさん、好きな男ができたらしい。
So Akari-san has a crush on someone. Huh? And did he just say what I thought he did? Sorry, so I must have misheard you. So can you repeat?
あかりさんに好きな男ができたんだよ!
And now Masatsugu repeats but says it louder. So I said Akari-san has a crush on someone. Oh, okay. Well, say it, don't spray it. So I get it now. In hanging his head gloomily, Masatsugu starts to explain what happened.
あれは今日の午前中、生徒会室で生徒会の仕事をしている時のことだった。
And?
ねえ、田崎くん。あなた、女の子とお付き合いした経験があるって言っていたわよね。
ありますよ。恋愛に関しては、酸いも甘いも噛み分けてきたつもりです。
So, I'm sure around this time, Masatsugu is still with Eri-chan, and I wonder if he broke up with her around this time. So, Eri-chan and Masatsugu were in the same band, and they made music, but unfortunately, their music differences widened to the point where they are no longer fit for each other, and that's why they broke up.
けどそれは昔のことなんで、今はこの人しかいないって心に決めた人がちら。
そうなの。頑張ってね。
Okay, so hang in there.
はい、頑張ります。
Okay, I will.
で、それがどうかしましたか？
いえね、私の友人の英子ちゃんがね、ちょっとそういった方面で悩んでいるそうなのよ。
So something is off. So Akari is stuttering or hesitating to answer.
はあ、英子ちゃんですか。
Friend. Okay.
その子、なんだか気になる男性がいるそうなんだけど、その男性にはすでに親しい女子がいて、例えばそうね、必要以上に触れ合ったり、相手のことをとても深く理解している風な感じで。
具体的に言うとどんな感じなんですか？
Okay, so you're being vague. So how about a more specific example?
そうね、濡れた髪を拭いてあげたり、同じペットボトルのジュースを分け合って飲んだり。でもこれは違うのか。その女の子の普通に接してるだけじゃ見えないような心の深い部分まで理解していたりするのよ。そういうのってやっぱりそのつまるところ。
So the well, so stuff like this and
付き合ってるんじゃないですか？
well, so I'm sure it's like, well, listen to what I have to say.
もしくはまだ付き合ってないけど秒読みとか、友達以上恋人未満？
やっぱりそうなんだ。
ん？
そ そうじゃないかなって私もうすうす気づいてはいたのよ。でもやっぱりそうなんだ。
お友達の英子ちゃんの話ですよね。あれ
And she wouldn't say any more than that. So that's it. Masatsugu nods.
俺にはわかる。恋愛のエキスパートの俺にはな。
But I'm sure there's something interesting developing with Akari-chan or Akari-san.
明言はしなかったが、あかりさんは片思いしている。それも相手の男は彼女持ち。
And he clenches his fist to also emphasize the point. His eyes are starting to look a little teary. Oh wow, so wait, how about that? And I'm beginning to feel uncomfortable. Mabo's distress must have been catchy. So what are you going to do now?
応援しようと思う。
And that threw me, so I thought he's about to ally some aggressive strategy to win her back.
あかりさんの様子見ててわかるんだ。本気だって。こういう時辛いよな。恋愛のエキスパートは察してしまうんだから。雰囲気でさ。
Okay? So, putting aside the boasts about his expertise, I know my old friend must be hurting. So, he's upset.
だったら応援する気はないだろ。惚れた人の幸せを願うのが男ってもんだろ。
But I still want to make her happy. Okay, that's good. So, Mabo?
ただし相手の男次第だがな。しょうもないやつだったら身を挺してでもあかりさんを守る。
And springing up from his chair, Masatsugu struck a dramatic pose. And wiping something out of his eye, still with fists clenched, he begins to leave.
じゃあな。
Okay, right. Wait, so why do you even come here then? I could understand wanting to vent to someone, but this whole exchange had been totally one-sided and now he's leaving? So what about Ageha? Oh, so everyone else. When I came out of the back room, an air of awkwardness reigned. Everyone looks away from me. Oh, so guess you all heard that, huh?
聞いてないわよ。私たちここで作業してただけだもん。ねえ、アゲハ？
Well, I'm sure they did hear the conversation, and they're trying to cover it up with, well, we were working the whole time.
んだ。
Yes, so that's right. Yeah, so what's with the mood in here? So why is everyone looking at me?
だってあいつ声大きいんだもん。聞かないようにしてても聞こえちゃったの。
So you two are loud in the office, so that's why we became interested. Well, if I know these girls, they found some excuse to work closer to the back room so they could just happen to overhear us. Okay, so again, so what's with the mood in here? So why is it depressing?
それはねえ、ヨルちゃん。
So Yoru-chan?
葵さんが振られちゃったからじゃないですか？
Okay. Yoru's comment seems to make everyone even more uncomfortable. Hey, so wait just a second. So if anyone lost Akari, it has to be Mabo. And that stuff about her and me is just your imagination. So know that. Or remember.
私、生徒会長が好きなのは葵くんだって思ってたの。落ち込まないでくださいね、葵先輩。きっとまた素敵な人が現れますから。
Well, you don't need to tiptoe around me like this. Well, I'm fine. So I never got my hopes up in the first place. And even as I made these protests, though, I'm aware that a small part of me did feel disappointed. Geez, so now all you got me buy into this idea too. And why did I feel like I just been dumped and there's never any relationship in the first place?
一体どこの誰なんだろうね。あかりさんの好きな人って。
So I wonder which person Akari likes. So who's this guy that fits Akari's preferences?
考えられる相手と言ったら。
And in spite of myself, I try to imagine who it might be.
候補者が多すぎるわね。生徒会長やってるだけに男子との接点も多いし。
So she interacts with every club in school, so that person could be anyone.
でも彼女さんがいるって言ってました。彼女持ちであかりさんと親しい男子と言ったら。
Everyone crosses their arms and thought it over. And it looks like we would not be getting any more work done today.
Hi.
Okay, so what's going on here at the Flying Fish Manor?
こんにちは。
Oh, so for some reason Akari shows up here.
あかり、いらっしゃい。わあわあ。
And plus hat.
アヒル。ハット先輩だよ。先輩ってアヒルが？
Wait, so he's a senpai? So he's just a duck.
珍しいね。あかりちゃんが私に会いに来てくれるなんて。
So what brings you here? You don't usually come here.
ええ、ちょっとお話があって。キョラキョラ。葵くんならいないよ。今部活行ってる。
So, if you're looking for Aoi-kun, he's not here.
別に水瀬くんの存在を気にしていたわけじゃないわ。そう。まあ、上がってよ。
So, let's have a talk among us two.
ええ。その前に一ついいかしら。何？あなたどうしてそんな格好しているの？
And now going to the, okay, you're in your underwear greeting guests. And that's kind of odd.
暑いからね。
And sure being hot is not an excuse.
ちゃんとした服を着てきてもらっていいかしら。なんとなく落ち着かないから。
So get dressed because I don't feel comfortable talking to you while you're wearing this.
この方が楽なのに。
Really?
ここが水瀬くんが寮母をしている寮。そうそう。年頃の男子が寮母さんやってるいかがわしい女子寮。彼に寮母なんて務まっているの？もうバリバリ。料理上手だし、掃除も洗濯もやってくれるし。
So he pretty much does everything around here.
これとかほら、冷蔵庫。葵くんが勝ち取ってくれた戦利品だよ。この冷蔵庫の存在が我々両生にもたらした平和と恩恵は計り知れないわ。
And I wonder how much are leftovers in there. So anything to keep Kanako filled for the day.
まあ座ってよ。麦茶でいいよね。
ええ、お構いなく。
はい、どうぞ。で、何話って。
Okay, so now can we talk? So what's the main topic?
大したことじゃないの。夏休みになってあなたとお話しする機会もなかったし。それでね、私って生徒会長じゃない？
Well, I'm sure everyone knows that by now.
だね。
問題がありそうな生徒の素行を知っておく必要があると思うのよ。
そうかな。
あるの。あるということにして。
So that's how it works.
あるよね。うん。あかりちゃんにはその義務がある。それで
ここの寮生に幅根小鳥さんっているわよね。
Hold on, I went a little fast for Kanako, so let's see.
あるよね。うん。あかりちゃんにはその義務がある。それで
So how's that?
いるね。今は出かけてるけど。
彼女どうなのかななんて。
小鳥ちゃんに何か問題でも？
So is Kotori in trouble or anything?
違うのよ。そうじゃないの。だから水瀬くんと仲がいいでしょ。
Okay.
うん。
あの二人ってやっぱりそのお付き合いしているのかしら。
So I'm wondering, are those two going out?
さあ。
Well,
っていうか、それ聞いてどうするの？
and if it is the case, then what's wrong with it?
女子寮でそんなのは不死だらな気がするから。
罰則を与えようと。
違うわ。そういうんじゃなくて。
Well, Akari should explain carefully. So right now it's pretty much Kanko having to interpret the feelings and the you see that so what's with this kind of conversation?
それがね、わかんないんだ。
There you go. So I don't think I can help you with that.
そうなの？
付き合ってるようにもそうじゃないようにも見えるんだよね。
それはつまり二人は付き合ってるか友達以上恋人未満の秒読み短会というやつかしら。
Maybe they're just friends. So
おお、
それだ。
okay, that's true.
やっぱりそうなんだ。そうじゃないかとは思っていたけど。
So basically, Kanako has no idea what Akari is trying to say.
はーい、あかりちゃん、どうしちゃったの？落ち込みすぎだよ。
And why are you upset now? So you're looking down the more you talk.
もしかしてあかりちゃん？
So is it because for you, Akari-chan?
これはね、私じゃなくて友人の英子ちゃんのお話なんだけど。
Okay.
彼女ずっと嫌ってるつもりだったのよ、水瀬くんのこと。女子寮の寮母なんてしてるし、いろんな女の子と親しくしてて平気で体に触ったりするし。
And it sounds more like jealousy.
きっと口のうまい女たらしか何かだってそう思ってたのよ、私。
英子ちゃんだね。
So your friend.
そう、A子ちゃんが。けど、そうじゃないかもしれない。もしかすると彼は単にとてもいい人で、だから男女問わず人が集まってくるのかも。
なんでそう思うようになったの？その A 子ちゃんは。
わからない。ほんと急にだったのよ。このわけのわからない感情がこみ上げてきたのは、ずっと蓋をして見ないようにしていた感情が溢れ出してきて。
Okay?
それからもうずっと胸が苦しくて切なくて、なんだかちょっと幸せなの。
なるほど。恋しちゃったわけだ。
So it does sound like love.
A 子ちゃんだね。
So the friend, right?
で、あかりちゃんは大親友の A 子ちゃんのために私に何を聞きたいのかな？
So that's right. Why you're here, right? So you want some advice.
彼女はそういう経験がない人だから、今すごく戸惑っているの。情けない話だと笑われるかもしれないけれど、自分の気持ちがわからなくて。
笑わないよ。恋は自分を見失わせるものだから。
So that's normal.
あかりちゃんの友達の A 子ちゃんがそうなっちゃうのも全然。
本当？
Wait, I went too fast again for Kanako. So let's see what else she had to say.
あかりちゃんの友達の A 子ちゃんがそうなっちゃうのも全然変なことじゃないって。
Okay?
ほんとだからお姉さんに全部話してごらんなさい。
So if you have any more problems, have me help you. So just
ありがとう、かなこさん。実は私じゃなくて A 子ちゃんはね。そうじゃないの。私は別に二人の関係を壊したいわけじゃなくて。
So it looks like Akari asked questions and talk about the problem from dawn to dusk. So I'm not sure how many hours has it been, but anyways.
わかってるよ。お姉さん全部わかってるよ。
でもそれじゃ私じゃなくて A 子ちゃんの胸が引き裂かれてしまいそうなほど辛くて。
Okay, let's see what Kanka had to say again.
わかってるよ。お姉さん全部わかってるよ。A 子ちゃんは二人の幸せを願ってるのよね。
Okay?
それももう聞いたよ。多分10回くらいは。
So at this point, you're going in circles. So I've heard the same thing about 10 times already.
いいえ、違うの。そうじゃないの。A 子ちゃんの願いはね。
もう夕方だわ。どうやったらこの無限にループする会話からあかりちゃんを傷つけずに抜け出せるのかしら。
Okay, so it is going in circles. So I have to find a way to end this. And I need to do it in a polite way that won't upset Akari-chan.
やっぱり身を引くべきよね。だってあの二人すごくお似合いだし。
いやそれは一概には。ってもう6時だよ。葵くんお腹すいた。早く帰ってきて。
So, you know, it's getting late and it's almost time to eat. And I'm just waiting for Aoi-kun to return. Well, I'm hungry.
あ、そっか。そろそろ部活終わる時間だね。葵くんたちもう帰ってくるんじゃないかな。
So this is when they are ending their activities and they'll be home soon.
それは困るわ。せっかくだし夕飯食べていけば。お願いしたら作ってくれると思うよ。
So, how about you join us for dinner?
水瀬くんの手料
Wait, with him?
理おいしいよ。
It's good. Pass?
今かなり迷ったよね。食べたいわ、もちろんよ。でも今水瀬くんの前で正常でいられる自信がないの。確かにかなり心配だね。じゃあ私はそろそろおいとまするわね。
Okay, so I'll pass for tonight.
今日はありがとう、かのこさん。あなたのお話とても参考になったわ。
Well, I'm sure for Kanako it's like, good, so I can finally end this conversation and send her off and allow me to take a break.
いえいえ、英子ちゃんによろしくね。かっぱ。
And same with Hat.
長い戦いだった。ざっと5時間は話してたね。
So they talked about the same thing over and over again for 5 hours.
にしてもあかりちゃん、今まで自覚なかったのね。そして気づいた途端、あんなに可愛い恋する乙女に大変身してしまうとは。ねえ、ハット先輩。
So, Hat Senpai?
実際のところ、葵くんと小鳥ちゃんってどうなの？
I don't know.
わかんないか。それとなく探り入れてみますか。 ってい
Okay,
うかさ、
so how's it going for the Soaring Club?
どうして葵くんには彼女ができないのかしら。
Okay, so while Akari is asking a lot of questions at Kanako, on the other side, you see that Kotori is interrogating Aoi. So we are making our way back to the dorm when Kotori broaches about the subject.
女の子に囲まれて生活してるのにね。
And everyone looks at me questioningly. And I wish they did not do this.
私、葵先輩はかっこいいと思います。背も高いし、優しいし、時々男らしいし。
Well, I'm sure it'll make Aoi more embarrassed.
あらあら、姉さんが告白しちゃったわ。違うよ、客観的事実を言っただけで、私は別に葵先輩のことなんとも。
Well, anyways, so thanks, Asa. And I cut her off before she could trample my pride with well-meaning compliments any further. And for the second time today, I felt like I'd been dumped before even going out with anyone.
グライダーに夢中だから恋なんて後回しなのかしら。
寮母の仕事が忙しすぎるんじゃない？
So maybe he's married to being in the glider or his house mother or dorm mother jobs.
女子と身近に接しすぎて幻滅してるのかも。
なんでそこで私を見るの、風と妹。
So hey, little sister, or Kazato Imoto, why are you looking at me like this? And why all the speculation? So I'm standing right there, and isn't there anyone going to ask me for some input? Well, it's not like any of you have boyfriends, right? And that kind of stung them, so I don't think anyone would hear me grumbling under my breath, but I'm dead wrong. And the girls all tense up, and their faces turn towards me with ominous looks.
今何か聞こえた気がしたんだけど。
So, did you hear something now?
まさか空耳じゃない？葵がそんな乙女心を踏みにじるようなデリカシーのないこと言うはずないし。
So such a delicate object, or so a delicate topic, right?
そうですよね。幻聴ですよね。びっくりするな。
So the more that we think about this, the more suspicions we get from Kotori, Agaha, and Asa. I'm sorry, it just slipped, so I take it all back. And what else could I do so I'm outnumbered?
っていうかみんな動揺しすぎ。コンビニ寄ってく人。
Okay, so let's move on. So what's next? So change subjects.
私も喉乾いちゃったわ。ハーゲンダッツのストックがもうなかったんだった。買って帰らなきゃ。ねえねえ、やるちゃん、何食べる？私ね、こないだのチョコのやつにしよっかな。
Okay, so let's try a new flavor.
私はとりあえず飲み物。あら？
And surprisingly, Akari is just around the corner. And this is one of the last places that the Soaring Club would expect Akari to be.
あかりさん。なんで水瀬くんたちが。どうしよう、こっちに来る。
So wait, why is Miyase-kun and the others are here?
どこが隠れる場所。
Okay, I have to go.
あ、逃げた。
Oh, so she ran.
コンビニに用事があったんじゃないのかな。
And maybe she just wants to go shopping.
どうかしら。っていうか、私たちもコンビニに行こうとしてるのにね。
I don't think Akari wants that.
だいたい生徒会長は葵くんのどこが気に入らなかったのかしら。
Okay? Well, like I keep telling you, so she clearly does not like me from the start.
あのおかしな反応はやっぱそういうことだったのかな。
And your actions give it away, so you're acting strange. So, she's always been more harsh towards me than the rest of you, and it's kind of cold, blunt, to the point, you know. So I don't think she really enjoys me being here, and that's why she treats me poorly.
私、あの人が葵くんのことをこっそり睨んでるの見たことあるわ。あれは嫌いだからだったのね。
And those kinds of a bummer, so there are a couple of times during the test flight when things suddenly got awkward too.
先輩方？
So, hello?
あんまりご本人のいるところでそういうお話をしない方が。
So I think it's better if we take this conversation elsewhere, so we're very close to her. And the automatic doors opened as we approached the entrance to the store. So basically Akari's still here, and I think she's still inside. Oh, so there's nothing unusual about that in itself, but a certain someone waited out, also walked out, and almost bumped into us at about the same time. She kept up her brisk pace without any sign of hesitation. So I wonder if she's going after the Soaring Club or just trying to get away from them. And then she grabs my hand. So she wants just Aoi. Akari?
誤解しないでほしいの、水瀬くん。
Okay.
私は別にあなたのことを嫌ってなんかいないわ。 ちょっとどう接していいかわからず対応を誤ってしまっただけなの。
So is that right?
そうなの。
Akari stares steadily into my eyes. So yes, I'm being truthful, so it was just an accident. And she looks so serious, so earnest. And she still had a hold of my hand. And she'd been grasping my fingers like she is trying to make a sushi roll out of me for a little while now.
分かっていただけたかしら。
Okay, I do, I think.
よかったわ。誤解が解けて。
Okay, so let's see. I'm glad we got this straight. Okay, me too. So, can I have my hand back now? So, can you let go of my hand?
手？
And flying into panic, Akari releases her grip. So, oops.
私ったら何よ。
She shrank away, now blushing to her ears.
ごめんなさい。今日は暑かったでしょ。それでどうかしちゃったんだと思うの。
So maybe it's because it's a hot day today, right?
じゃあ。
Okay, so anyways, I'll see you around. Akari turns on her feet and dashes away, desperately avoiding any further eye contact.
何今の。
So what's that all about?
そう。
I don't know. So something is up. And while the rest of us only stood and stared, Aga had the expression of a detective who'd finally stumbled onto a vital clue. Okay, so during the summer break, our Soaring Club practically took over the Flying Fish Manor. Except for Kanako, all the other girls went home for vacation anyways. And the residents are free to go or stay as they wished, but that means some meals and stuff were not provided outside of school time. So I decided to continue cooking for Kanako, so as compensation for all the commotion the club being here would cause. Okay, so no snacks for you, Kotori. And we're cleaning up after dinner. And when I said snacks, I'm of course referring to her beloved Haagen-Dazs. So I'm sure you ate too much and it's getting cold at night, so it's not good for you to have frosty cold ice cream.
なんで？
Why not? So loose lips sink ships, or in your case, ice cream tubes or ice cream tubs. And I've been through a lot today thanks to some of the comments she made.
何よ余計なことって。葵くんのこと心配してあげてるんじゃない。
Well, come on, so I did help you in some way.
だいたいなんで私のおやつを葵くんに管理されなきゃいけないわけ？
Well, I'm the dorm mother, so it's my job to look after the residents' health as well. And while all this is going on, Kanako had been spacing out watching a baseball game on TV. She glanced over at us now.
仲いいね、お二人さん。
So you two sure get along very well. Okay, so I'll leave the rest to the next episode, and we'll see how this continues. So it's obvious that the friend that Akari is talking about is herself. So she knows too much about the friend, and the only person who knows best is yourself. So she feels that the person that the friend likes might already have a girlfriend, and it kind of sounds like that girlfriend Akari is referring to is Kotori, because Aoi has been really close to Kotori, always helping her, and Akari knows that Kotori started out pretty bad, so skipping school and struggling in class. So anyways, let's see how this continues and whether or not Akari will reveal what she means the friend and the person the friend likes. So anyways, with that in mind, I'll see you later.